Hello, friends. Welcome to today's amazing and interesting episode. If I tell you about the person we have today, our guest, then let me say that he has been helping his clients with Vedic astrology for almost 30 years. Specifically, if we look at his journey, he started as a corporate executive, and today, after 30 years, he is a well established entrepreneur. If we talk about this particular science of Vedic astrology, there are many solutions in it that perhaps even today we are not aware of. And if we talk about Girish Pareek, he has provided many solutions to high achievers through this particular Vedic astrology, and many celebrities are also involved in this. So, today's podcast is going to be quite interesting, and whatever questions you have, or specifically the solutions that you haven't found till now, maybe by the end of this podcast, you will get them. So, let's begin the podcast and invite Girish Pariji to join us in this podcast. First of all, Girish ji, thank you so much for giving your valuable time to come on this podcast show. Through this episode, please tell our audience what exactly is the difference between astrology and Vedic astrology, and how can one bring positivity into their life. By the end of this particular show, I can guarantee that our audience will see astrology from a completely different perspective, and with this new perspective, they will bring many changes into their lives.
Thank you very much for inviting me to your show. And I will make every effort to share what I have learned from my gurus and what I have experienced over the last 32 years with our upcoming youth, our new generation, so that astrology is not seen as a taboo or a myth, but as a science, how it can make their lives beautiful, how it can bring positivity into their lives, how it can clear away confusion, how it can remove the roadblocks they face in life, and how it can resolve relationship problems. I will try my best to explain all of this. See, there is one thing, just accept that experience is why we touch the feet of our elders. We touch their feet because experience teaches us so much that we haven't yet learned ourselves, because our elders, our seniors, have already been through it all. So, there are only two ways to learn. One is to learn by making mistakes yourself, and the other is to learn from what your elders and seniors tell you. So, I feel that if you choose the latter option and learn from your elders, it's always better.
It will be more beneficial for you.
Yes.
First of all, please start with your own journey. From the perspective of astrology in particular, how did you get inspired and what made you think of entering this particular field? Please tell us a bit about the beginning of your journey, sir.
You've taken me quite far back now.
Please summarize a bit, sir. That will help set the whole flow.
I'll try.
Yes, sir.
See, the thing is, I come from a very famous place and I feel proud that it is my motherland. You must have heard of Shekhawati in Rajasthan.
Yes.
Because if you look at all the big top industry stars, except for Adani, Ambani or Tata, any other name you take, they all have come from that very land, and that land is called Shekhawati. So, within Shekhawati, there is a small town called Dundalur.
Okay.
Although earlier, its name was Shivgarh.
Okay.
This place ruled by kings and maharajas.
Okay.
It was ruled by the Shekhawat Rajput. So, thank God, I was brought up there, which is why I have those values in me.
Right.
So, I was brought up there, and at that time, I didn't really believe in all these things. I believe that if you want to be successful, it's important to be hardworking.
Right.
You must have respect in your heart for your God and for your parents. It's important to have faith within us, and after that, one more thing, when you do good deeds, when you are a good person, the blessings you receive from elders, they really make a difference.
Right.
So, it used to happen that earlier, mothers would take all the horoscopes once or twice a year. They would go to show them to Guruji, to the priest. My mother also used to go many times, and right near our house lived our Joshi Dadaji, who later became my guru as well. He became my guru in astrology. So whenever she used to go, I would tell her that I don't believe in all these things. So once, I remember I was in 10th or 11th standard, I asked him, why should I believe in these things of yours? Maybe for the first time, my words struck him. So he said, come, let me tell you something. He said, you will get hurt on your hand and there will be harm caused by an animal. So, we used to go to college. At that time, I had to go by cycle. So I fell and all those cows and buffaloes came running. I fell and got hurt really badly. The moment I fell down, only one thing was striking my mind. How is it possible that someone can give such an accurate analysis and prediction of upcoming events? So that was, you can say, a turning point for you. I reached out to him on Twitter and said, Babaji, you were right. Tell me, how did this happen? He started laughing. He was a really good person, so he said, first get yourself treated. Then I requested him. Great people have great hearts. They really do. So he taught me properly, and I can proudly say that I learned it using that slate and chalk, just like a student. And what is there in astrology? There are 2 or 3 things. One is mathematics, and the other is interpretation. So the mathematics part is where you have to make the horoscope. It involves complete calculation, all math-based. You take a Panchang, Hindu calendar. With the Panchang, earlier the time we used was our Indian time. You would refine it using Ghadi, Pal and Vipal, traditional Indian time units. You convert Ghadi, Pal and Vipal into IST, Indian Standard Time. Earlier, it used to be even more difficult. Earlier, you had to account for world time, mean time, local time, all of these. So, you had to arrive at one correct time. Right, and after that, you take the Panchang and by calculating the ascendant, you have to place the planets accordingly. Then after that, 16, 17 or even more than 16 divisional charts are made, like your Chandra Kundali, then your Navamsha Kundali, the Shamsha, and so on. There are so many things. Okay. So, making these Kundalis used to be a very difficult task. Thank God that now we have computers, so astrologers these days don't face any difficulty at all. Everything is ready-made. Yes, it just comes to you. In calculations, you know, there used to be very minute calculations here, and that's where mistakes would happen. Okay, manually, okay. And because of that, in old times, a lot of horoscopes, especially where there was a conjunction, the Kundalis would turn out wrong. And if the Kundali is wrong, then your prediction will also be wrong. Right. So a lot of people used to blame that, brother, the Kundali that Pandit ji checked for us, he didn't tell it correctly. So actually, it used to be wrong. I believe that our Vedic astrology, this Jyotish, is knowledge given by God. Jyotish means Jyoti Ishta, the light given by God, a divine light, a source of illumination from God. Jyotish is actually considered the 6th scripture, and Jyotish is called the eyes of God, the divine vision. So basically, this was meant to serve people, so that anyone from any section of society who was facing roadblocks or was unable to understand things could approach a learned person, whom we used to call a Jyotishi or Pandit ji. Normally, the Pandits were the ones who used to do all these things. So, the meaning of Pandit is also quite different. Being a Pandit doesn't just mean that you are a Brahman. The meaning of Pandit is that our Varna system was also designed in a very beautiful way. Unfortunately, it was later carried forward in a very wrong manner. Pandit means, Brahman means, a person who is learned, who is highly educated, and most importantly, someone who is educating all sections of society, giving them education. So, he made a great sacrifice, knowing everything, that he was even nurturing a Kshatriya Rajput. He is nurturing a person who becomes a Vaishya, that is, a businessman, also creating the service class, and by imparting knowledge, also producing a learned teacher. If he wants, he can even become a king. So, what did he do? He established a Gurukul to educate society. There, he taught all the children of society according to their abilities, as per their aptitude. Right, and in return, he took nothing. Whatever alms or grains or wealth came from society, he used all of it for those children. Right, at the end there was a system of Guru Dakshina. Whatever you feel like giving, you may offer. That's why, when that person gave so much to society, made such sacrifices, there was naturally a respect for him. So, we made them worthy of reverence. We used to give them respect. But over time, and if I am a Brahman, and if you are a Kshatriya, if you have power, and if you are a Vaishya, if you have money, then when these three came together, the rest of our class, the ones who served, they were exploited, and when exploitation happened, this turned into a malpractice. Right? In the rest of the Varna system, everyone was equal. Everyone had full respect. Each person was given work according to their talent. But later on, as you know, malpractices do creep in. Thank God that now all those things are breaking down, and to a large extent, they have already broken and they will break further. It's only education that breaks all these things. Right? It became a fashion, and then all its branches, all its offshoots, they're all astrology. After astrology, there's our Vedic astrology. After that, there's palmistry, then numerology, then face reading, and a lot of sciences which, now, since we've faced so many attacks, people ruled over us for 1,000 years. So now, all those things aren't really there anymore, like Ramal Vidya.
Yes.
We used to throw dice and calculate, isn't it? We used to tell just by looking at the lines on your forehead. And along with that, there was also a science called Ramal Vidya.
Okay.
Alright, Muhurt Shastra used to be a very vast subject.
Okay.
Alright, disappeared.
Okay.
So, a lot of such sciences have vanished. So, even now, I believe that the treasure of astrology, alright, it isn't as much in the north, but in the south, people have still kept their traditions alive. By taking a thumb impression from the hand, they know everything. Even today, these things written on palm leaves.
Right.
So over there, it is safe and preserved. And there, because astrology, Jyotish, is not something you can master in just one lifetime. I mean, if you want to learn astrology, you need 5 to 7 lifetimes.
That's how deep this science is.
Yes, it's very deep. And if you truly know astrology well, you can even tell exactly what you will be doing in the next 2 hours, whom you will be meeting. Unfortunately, now no one knows it like that anymore. Because such gurus, such teachers don't exist anymore either. Nor does anyone have that much time now. Now it's just about scaring people, threatening them, or flattering them, with only one aim: how to get as much money as possible, how to stay in the limelight. Like these days, I was hearing that in Bollywood, among the two really big superstars, their deaths are being predicted. I feel so bad about this, that astrology is not meant for such things. To wish death upon someone, see, I've said many times in my podcast that there are 2 kinds of destiny. One destiny is fixed.
You cannot change that.
Nobody can change it. Your birth will happen when and where it is meant to happen. Your marriage will happen as many times and with whom it is destined to happen. And your death, whenever, wherever, and however it is destined to come, it will come.
It will come.
So this is God's work. Apart from that, God has graciously given us a completely free hand in everything else, that with your inherent intelligence, your diligent hard work, your dedicated efforts, and your thorough studies, you can truly achieve those remarkable things.
Astrology has no role in that.
Astrology comes into play wherever you are facing obstacles, wherever you are encountering roadblocks, or where you are having trouble making decisions. Because, see, everyone wants to be successful and everyone works hard honestly, but even then, sometimes they are not able to move forward.
Right.
So, destiny, you see, is made up of 3 things. One is effort, meaning the efforts you put in.
Okay.
Alright, and one is the strategy, how you go about doing it.
Right.
Isn't it?
Right.
Destiny made.
Right. That's a very good explanation you've given.
So, this means that at the right time, see, the whole concept of astrology revolves around timing. That at the right time, your intelligence and your efforts should be in the right direction.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So, as they say, efforts made at the right time lead you to success.
Yes.
That's exactly what astrology does.
Okay.
Astrology is the best medicine for the negativity within you, like nowadays. So many people are suffering from depression, right?
Okay.
Because they feel like their whole life is over. But that's not the case. The major planetary periods keep changing. The planets, like the transits, the current planetary positions, they keep changing too. So accordingly, your time also changes. And what is time? It's your thought process.
Okay.
Bro, today we might be in depression, but we feel like all the paths to success in our life are closed.
Okay,
But who has seen tomorrow? You are just sitting there assuming, warrior.
that is your belief.
This is just your assumption after all. But it's not like that. Nothing in life is permanent. Alright, look at Vijay Mallya. He used to be like a king in his time. What do you mean? You know, his company was UB Beverages.
Yes,
He had control over the entire world's liquor market.
he was a kingmaker in those days.
The most luxurious flight in India, Kingfisher, that was his.
Right,
There wasn't a single show where he wasn't present.
he wasn't.
And what a truly king-size life he used to live indeed.
Right,
Look at what has happened today. He has been declared a fugitive. So you should understand that time is never the same for anyone. Modi ji, can anyone imagine that someone born in a small village, in such a family, and the way he served society? Well, you must know how the Modi kurta that we talk about these days came to be. Because the sleeves of his kurta had torn at the bottom, and he thought, why ruin a whole kurta just for that? He cut off the sleeves, stitched the kurta, and today it has become a style.
yes,
So his life is truly a source of inspiration. How he lived in a 9x9 room, eating here one day, eating somewhere else the next. At the homes of RSS volunteers, the way he connected with society, and see, suddenly,
right,
as soon as times changed, today he is counted among the world's topmost and most eminent politicians. He is considered a great leader.
a powerful leader.
Trump called him a great leader, and he truly is. See, I actually try not to put down any party. But I am just giving you an example. That even before him, there have been many politicians.
Right,
In fact, Indira Gandhi is also in that category. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji is also in that category. There are others too who didn't get the chance because, as they say, throne and crown. Alright, it's not necessary how capable you are. The throne and crown go to the one who is destined for it, that's fate.
work hard as much as you want, but if luck isn't on your side, nothing will happen.
You just don't get it, absolutely. So this is to tell those in depression or even those successful to make them understand just because you don't have it today, it doesn't mean your door to success is closed.
Right,
And I feel this way, this is my experience in life. See, every person wants to be successful in life, right? And to become successful, there are many people, but most people don't want to step out of their comfort zone.
yes,
Now tell me one thing, suppose you want to become a CEO, right? Or you want to reach the top position in your company. So tell me, can you become that by doing a 9 to 6 job? You don't want to leave your city. You don't want to improve your skills. You also have to step up and take on challenges. You might have to work from 9 to 9 or maybe even sit and work all night for 2 months, right? You will have to sacrifice a lot for that. You might have to give up your family life. You will have to cut down on your social activities. It's possible you won't even be able to attend a wedding in your own family.
you'll have to be completely cut off.
So you'll have to take up each mission one by one. Isn't it? You'll have to set a really big goal and you'll have to step forward and prove yourself as a leader.
Right,
Only then will the management and others feel that yes, this person is dynamic and deserves a chance.
right,
But most of the time, we end up complaining, right, that there's politics in our office or that my boss favors someone else. See, normally a boss doesn't really favor anyone. It might happen once in a while, but ultimately, even the boss has to work and deliver results.
right,
So if you help him out there, because everyone wants someone to come and help them achieve their targets.
right,
So if you do extraordinary work, then definitely he will take you forward. And if he doesn't, then someone else will. You don't have to work here your whole life. If you are troubled by your boss, if you are really bothered, why not just quit? Get another one. But no, we don't want to leave. We are comfortable.
right,
So look, if you want to move ahead in life, You'll have to face challenges head on. You'll have to show leadership qualities. You'll have to upskill yourself. You'll have to step out of your comfort zone. And for that, you'll also have to make a lot of sacrifices. If you do this, you will definitely succeed. But these are the things an Astro-Life Coach tells you when is the right time to do all this.
Okay.
When you should move forward.
Okay.
Alright. See, the biggest thing is, if we come to know when and how to put in any effort, where to pause, alright, and where we need to work on ourselves.
Okay.
Many times, what happens is, you have talent, you are hardworking, and you are even ready to step out of your comfort zone, but even then, you are not succeeding. So, the flow and pulse of time, you know.
That should be understood.
And what is that? See, now if you had come to me before COVID and said that you want to set up a big factory, right? And in astrology, it is absolutely certain that when I look at your horoscope, I would feel that this is not the right time.
Okay.
So, an astrologer will never tell you not to work.
Okay.
Never will they say that.
Okay.
Because astrology exists to help you move forward in life.
Okay.
How can you achieve success?
Right.
How can you become a good person? You might find it quite strange to know that I recently did an entire session on TikTok. In that, I explained that astrology is basically a lifestyle.
Oh, wow.
It's a way of life.
Right.
It tells you how you should live your life. It's the art of living life.
Very few people talk about this.
But this is a fact.
Right.
When you get angry, okay, and at that time you say something without thinking. You are a very good performer, but if you don't have control over your tongue and you say something in front of your boss, then all the hard work you've put in for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, it all goes to waste, right?
It's all finished, all gone.
And this is about controlling your tongue. This comes in handy everywhere, whether at home or in society. So how do you balance your temperament? Your thinking process, your thought processor is running in just one direction. You need to broaden it as well, right?
Yes.
So you have to widen your thinking pattern. How to take the right direction at the right time. Let me tell you, there are so many people who have met me. There were some people in the office who were handling the management work.
Okay.
And they were sitting and working inside the office. But what was their real ability? Their ability was in speaking, marketing, and sales. Now, after a certain point, that person will get stuck, right?
He will get stuck. Yes.
He will get frustrated. He won't feel like working.
Right.
And when he doesn't feel like working, his seniors won't even notice him.
Right.
Because he is just working for the sake of working. See, whether a person is in business or in the industry, you will only be successful when you enjoy your work. And you will enjoy your work when you are getting challenges and you are overcoming those challenges and moving ahead.
Passion work.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Any truly great and exceptional player only truly becomes great and achieves their full potential when that dedicated and consistent work ethic becomes an intrinsic and fundamental part of his very being and existence.
Yes.
When your work becomes an addiction that takes over your mind,
You achieve success.
it actually becomes your dream. Basically, we will also discuss Sachin Tendulkar's birth chart sometime.
Right.
So, the way he would go from morning till night, and as they say, if you put your everything into it, and practice is what makes you perfect.
Right.
So, this is the thing when your forte, your passion, what you want to do is something where you don't even look at the clock.
Right.
And even after doing it, you still feel good, that's where you will find success. Or unfortunately, what has happened with us is that though now it has become much less, but earlier there used to be 3 options, right? Either you would take commerce or you would take
Science.
you would take science or you would take arts, right? So earlier it was fixed. If you took arts, you had to become a teacher or do something like that. If you took commerce, you had to become an accountant or, at best, a CA. And in science, you had to become an engineer. But even parents used to decide this. Now, the child doesn't even want to become an engineer.
Right.
Now, just see, You will find so many examples like this.
Right.
Now take Boman Irani, for example.
Okay.
Right, now look at him. He's such a big artist today. At the age of 45, he left his pastry and bakery business and came into this field.
Yes, yes, yes.
There are so many people who left their professions and came into the field of art, and so many who shifted their professions and became successful.
They became successful.
So basically, an astro-life coach or a good astrologer analyzes your potential, your fifth house in your horoscope, and your entire horoscope.
Okay.
And then they guide you, just like today's education counselors do.
Astro-Life Coach.
What does an astro-life coach or astrologer do? You have to go to a different counselor for relationships, right? If you want to ask something about studies, you go to a different education counselor. But our astrologers, our jyotishis, used to do all these jobs themselves and would handle people from every age group.
Right.
He helps children with studies, handles marriage problems, assists with fertility issues, and addresses lack of growth. If you have any other issues in life, he is there for that as well.
Right.
So basically, it's all consultation, isn't it?
100%.
But by understanding your psyche, by looking at your potential, by considering your current period where you are confused, where you are unable to make decisions, he looks at your entire potential and gives you the right guidance, what we call the right direction. And if you are confused or you are not able to understand, and at that time if someone who is more experienced than you, who knows your potential, if that person guides you, then you are bound to succeed.
100%.
We used to go to our elders to ask for advice, right?
Yes.
We used to follow their advice and we used to succeed.
We did.
So that's exactly what astro science does. Here it does this with authority because, for example, if you are about to do something during the period of Said Sati, like I was saying, if you had met me before COVID and told me, brother, I want to start this factory, then I would have thought, yaar, there will be problems during these 2.5 years. But I wouldn't tell you not to do the work. I would tell you to do thorough research on this work first.
Right.
Okay, like if you feel you are setting up a factory for export and you only have 2 buyers, then I would say, no, 2 buyers won't be enough. You have
Multiple buyers.
multiple buyers, and suppose if the export you are planning to do, if no one takes it, then you will have to develop a similar line within India as well, right? So that by making a few changes, you can supply that product here too. So when you have multiple options, if you have plan A, B and C, then your chances of success are higher, right?
Sustainability.
Yes, absolutely. And secondly, you have to do it in phases. First you have to complete this phase, then the next phase, and then the next one after that. So it's exactly like when you study for an MBA, whatever is taught to you, a good astro-life coach will tell you the same how you should move forward. So when you go ahead with such preparation and better planning, then your chances of failure become very, very low, and the hope for success increases significantly. This is exactly what astrology does for us, whether it's your personal problem or your growth, okay. Whether it's about making you a complete person, because after a certain point, we even tell you, brother, why are you having problems when you have so much money? Problems happen in personal life because, as soon as we are born, we have to get into a good school, first a play school, so the first fight is to get into a good school. After that, when we come to class, we are told to prepare, get into the competition, then college, and after that, do well so you get a good job. The target is to become a CEO of a good company before the age of 35. After that, you have to maintain a good house, good status in society, and make sure your children study in good places. So what happens is, this is a rat race. In all this, we forget that our real happiness comes from relationships, right? The time you spent with friends, the time you spent with family, all that gets forgotten. And what happens is, We forget so much that we don't even have time for ourselves. These days, even at a young age, we are starting to have health issues a lot.
It's a big thing these days. Why is it so much?
After doing so much, if you are suffering from fatty liver, high BP, your blood sugar is high, you are not able to eat anything, you are not able to enjoy, you have gone into depression, nothing feels good, then what will you do with that money? Tell me.
You won't act, and then
At that time, you need your people, but you don't have anyone. You never gave anyone any time. Your kids, your wife, they don't listen to you. From morning till months on end, you are just coming and going, disappearing, coming back, going again. And you say, this is the demand of work. I have to do this much. In this whole cycle, everyone tries to find their own way to live life. They also keep themselves busy. So what I mean to say is, we also tell you when and where you need to stop. This is definitely a must. Because ultimately, what is the purpose of life? The purpose of life is to be happy. Yes, yes. The meaning of life is to be content. And the comforts, the money we are earning these days, all the luxuries we are availing, you have to understand the difference between comfort and happiness. True happiness is found with your family, with good health, with your friends, with your mates, by doing something for society. That's where real joy comes from. There are so many people I counsel, right? How many Bollywood celebrities are there? I sit with them for counseling. Okay, but since we can't take their names, nor should we, it's against professional ethics, it's the law. It's just like when you discuss things with your lawyer or your doctor. Actually, with us, it's even more because we know everything about them. That's why I don't know. In so many podcasts, so many people say, we met Salman Khan, we met his father. That's wrong. You can't do that because you know so many secrets of their lives. Tell me, I even counsel husbands and children, but I don't even tell them. Many times they ask, what did he say? Was it wrong? He trusted me so much. If you start bringing that trust out in front of everyone, what's the point? There's no benefit. So, according to me, this is a professional thing. That's why, when someone comes, they feel like no one is judging them, no one is biased against them, so they say everything. But they'll only say everything if you first tell them, I feel like you are going through this personal problem right now, or you have medical issues, or your growth isn't happening. Because they're on such high packages that if they don't perform in 15 days, they'll be removed. So, giving the right guidance at the right time is important. Look, I always tell you everywhere, astrology is not a miracle, okay? If you think you will go to someone, wear a ring, do some rituals, and you will become successful, brother, let me tell you, you shouldn't go, because if it really worked like that, then first of all, I would have made myself the most powerful person in the world. Everyone would have done the same. That's not how it works. Let me explain to you with an example. Imagine you have to cross a jungle like in a race, okay? Now, in that jungle, you will find pits, you will find ponds, you will encounter wild animals, and there will be robbers too, right? So, the one who helps you get through all of that safely, or who tells you, look, there might be a pit here, you need to walk carefully, there might be a robber here, there might be wild animals here, so you need to protect yourself. Astrology is basically a torch, a light that shows you the way. But you have to walk the path yourself. And if you keep walking blindly, you will fall. You will get hurt. So, we are your guides. You can say we play the role of a companion in your journey to success, being your mentor, your friend, right? The way you should be guided astrologically, that's the job of an astrologer. That's what a good astro-life coach does. Our role is just this much. If you expect more than this, then you are deceiving yourself, making us out to be something great. It's not like that. Because the horoscope is yours, the planets sitting in it are yours, and they will never change. Like this first chart, which is called the D1 chart, what is it? Whenever a person is born, at that moment in the sky, the positions of the planets are known. Every planet keeps revolving, both on its axis and in its location. So, today, the positions of the planets are like a screenshot, and that screenshot is the current planetary position. This keeps changing, but unfortunately, people have started believing in astrology as if it's fixed. Now, these days, kids read that if your sign is Gemini, then you'll be accused of being very flirtatious or very loving. Now tell me, is it really like that? There are crores of people with the Gemini sign or with other signs, but not all of their natures are like that. You might find some basic similarities, but every person's horoscope is individual. Here, let me also tell you that every horoscope is individual. If a child is born at 25, then thousands and thousands, even lakhs of children are born at that time, so why aren't they all the same? And why does it happen that twins are born? Their horoscopes are exactly the same, but both are different?
They go in completely different directions here.
Let me tell you, here most people try to silence astrology, but that's not the case with Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology tells you this very clearly because every 30 seconds the chart changes. Every 30 seconds your basic chart will remain the same, okay, but the divisional charts, your Navansa, other charts, there are many such charts and they keep changing, okay. Among them, the final chart, your main chart, that gets formed, okay. So, for predictions, you have to look at your divisional charts as well, and you have to see the chart related to your specific problem. If your issue is related to siblings, then that chart, if it's related to children, then the relevant chart for that, even your rights, your past life, there are charts related to those as well.
What you were, you can say any solution from the original horoscope.
Ideally, you should look at all the charts, at least 4 or 5 charts for sure, okay? I mean, that's the minimum. In fact, even I do the same. Many times on TV shows, you get a question and then someone whispers, "Don't take too long, just tell us in 2 minutes." That's not astrology, not at all. In 2 minutes, you have to look at the ascendant, zodiac sign, Vinchuttari Mahadsha, Antardasha, subperiods, and current planetary transits, which all of you agree are important. You also have to check the transit chart, at least a little for excitement. But nowadays, no one even looks at the moon chart, which was very important earlier. Whenever you would look at a horoscope by hand, first there would be Lord Ram's horoscope, then your own ascendant chart, and after that, the moon chart. The moon represents your mind because the moon represents water, okay. Even the name Himanshu was given for this reason because thousands and lakhs of years ago, we named it so.
So, ask the reason for not looking at Himanshu, the moon.
I can tell you, the moon is not even called Chandra here, it's just that we want to be popular. We want to give such scary predictions that even to Bollywood superstars get told, "This man, something bad is going to happen to you." Now, What do most astrologers do? I'm not saying all, but most. If I'm sitting here, my first priority is that you should keep coming to my station, otherwise, how will my work go on? So, what will I do? I'll tell you about Kalsarp dosh and other doshas. We sit here, put on a tilak, wear a Rudraksh mala, and talk about Kalsarp dosh, and there's even a photo of a snake. You'll be surprised to know that there is actually no such thing as Kalsarp dosh in astrology. It simply doesn't exist. Yes, in Vedic texts, there is no mention of Kaldosh anywhere. Oh, and I do believe that when all the planets come between Rahu and Ketu, then yes, there can be some crisis, and you can do some puja for that, but there's nothing to be scared of. Okay, worship Lord Shiva, fine. Rahu Dasha, Shani's said Sati, Panoti, what is all this? Everyone goes through it. Every year, said Sati will come. After said Sati, there's a 2.5 year period, and after that, it will go away, and after 5 years, it will come again. So, it's not something to be scared of. During said Sati, what precautions should you take? How should you make decisions? People say, I've done jobs for many people. Now I'll do my own business. Brother, is doing your own business that easy? Do your own business, make decisions.
Can you do it? No, it's not possible.
Is doing business an easy job? If you ask questions, you will find out. Is it easy to set up this industry? Every job has its own importance. So, when people talk like this, or suddenly you want to become a millionaire in the stock market, no, you won't be able to do it. The decisions you make during Said Sati, that part is yours up to here from your throat onwards. What is being shown to you is wrong, okay. What you are hearing, the decisions you are making based on that are wrong. The process you are following, the answer you've given based on that, that's wrong. So, look at everything from a wide angle, think, process, and then decide.
Speak up, do it, but don't jump straight to the conclusion.
Even during Said Sati, you can succeed. Let me give you the biggest example. Our Prime Minister Modi ji, please note, became Prime Minister during Said Sati. There are many such people, even among Prime Ministers, who perform during Said Sati, but for that, you have to work really hard. Your planning needs to be much better. Whatever you are about to do, you have to give it your 100%, get to the very root of it. Only then, maybe later, you can do it. Who has stopped you? But if you do wrong things, take shortcuts, then let me tell you, Shani Dev is the one who delivers justice. He is the magistrate, the judge, and he absolutely does not like it if you try to avoid hard work. He does not like it at all if you don't do your complete homework and take shortcuts. If you do this, punishment is certain for you. So, your accumulated karma comes up during the major planetary periods. If you see our life according to our Hindu philosophy, our rebirth, our birth, the process of our life journey, we say that it is our accumulated karma and it is to experience this karma that we are born. Okay. So, our good deeds come to us in the form of good planetary periods.
If it's bad, then it comes in the form of bad periods.
And those who are bad, they cannot blame any good or any planetary period for their situation. This is a very big misconception, and through this episode, I will try to break it and explain to people that all these so-called bad periods, whether it's Shani's period or Rahu's period, can actually be very good for someone. They are not necessarily bad. There are many people who have achieved a lot during Shani's period and many who have done well during Rahu's period. These so-called good periods, which people consider to be the best, like Guru's period, may not always be good for you. Guru's period can be very bad for you depending on your individual chart. Each of the 12 charts is different. For example, the moon can be very good for you, but for a Sagittarius ascendant, the moon is the lord of the 8th house and can take you to your end. Who would have thought that Ketu, in just 6 or 7 years of age, could take you so far? Right? Mars can make you a leader. Mars, because it represents land, property, real estate, can bring you gains there. Mars also represents our surgery, our blood. And if Mars is bad with Rahu, it can even make you a big killer, someone who takes contracts to kill people.
With the connection of Mars and Rahu.
Okay, many more such connections. Many combinations, nothing inherently good or bad. It all depends on its placement in your horoscope, aspects with other planets, and which major periods, Mahadashas, are coming up.
It all depends on that.
So, reading a horoscope is a difficult task. It's not that easy. If you have found the right person who analyzes your horoscope properly, then they can definitely help you a lot. What I mean to say is even then, I would tell you, even I don't follow astrology 100% okay. You can't actually. Like I told you, apart from those 3 destinies, all the rest of your destiny is in your own hands. Like people say, why should we believe in horoscopes or astrology? Absolutely, don't believe it, that's what I'm saying. Today, the message I want to give you is that if you have faith in your hard work, intelligence, and efforts, then there's no need to believe in horoscopes. There's no need to believe in anything else if you believe in yourself. Go ahead.
Just like that, if you need guidance, you can take it.
Timing solutions. Look, if you are not coming to us for some miracle, if you are coming to us for guidance, if you are concerned about your growth and how to achieve it, see, everyone works hard, right? Every person wants to move ahead, but how many actually do? Most don't, so many changes come along the way. So, if you need a solution there, if you need a consultation, then for that, you should come, and definitely a good Astro-Life Coach or a good astrologer will help you completely. But just keep it limited to guidance. If you start getting into it day to day today, I also want to tell you that the daily horoscopes we read in the paper or the ones we see, that is very wrong. Okay, just think about it with common sense. There are crores of people with the same zodiac sign. Do they all live the same life? Have the same kind of day? No, right? Your situation is different. Something else is happening for you, something else for someone else. Your planet Saturn might be good, theirs might be bad. So, every individual's horoscope is unique, and you should see the results according to that person only. So, don't believe in blind faith, and if you have faith in yourself, rest assured you don't need to do anything else. There's one thing I definitely want to say, and you should definitely bring this into your life according to me. See, become a good human being, that is the most important. If you are a good person, see, don't do worship. Although I believe that no matter which caste, religion, or community you belong to, you should definitely believe in God because God exists. If God didn't exist, we wouldn't exist, nothing would exist. But still, nowadays, many people say, have you seen God? Don't believe in God. A good person doesn't say, do worship, do this, do that. What I mean is, if you are a good person, that's enough, because service itself is worship. Worship is a very wide concept. The worship we do, the rituals, that's not the real meaning of worship. The meaning of worship is that the God who created you among all living beings, the most superior form is that of a human, because humans have so much power that they can even become like God. So, when we have so much power within us, we should do good for ourselves and also for others in society. If you are associated with a good NGO, if you are doing social service, if you are dedicated to your family, if your thinking is good, and if you help those around you, it's not necessary that social service is only done with money.
There are many ways. Do it physically.
Go to an NGO, visit an old age home, sit with the people there, spend time with them, talk to them, serve them. So many people are lonely these days, especially in big cities. You know this yourself. We hardly even talk to our neighbors, and people are feeling very lonely. The elderly in our own homes are completely.
They are alone because you don't give them time.
Give time to your children, give time to your friends, do something for society. Make your children good human beings. If you do that, that's great. If you are doing it, then you are doing worship. Whatever your caste or religion, nowadays there is a very good craze among our youth for Sanatan Dharma, which is a good thing. So, absolutely stay connected to your religion. In fact, I believe that out of all remedies, the best remedy is worship is fine. You can contemplate your God in whatever form you wish. If you want to do it with rituals, then do it with rituals. If you want to meditate, then meditate. If you want to join an organization and help people, those who don't have a home, those who don't have clothes to wear, those who are not getting medicine on time, or there are some children whom you can teach, there are so many things that can be done. In India, there is a lot that can be done. This is considered a very big form of worship. The greatest remedy is charity.
When you do this, you automatically receive just as much in return.
I would call this charity in the true sense that we are doing the work for which God has selected or chosen us, because this is something that animals and birds cannot do, only humans can do this. And this is the biggest remedy. I include it in my remedies. I say, if your Saturn is not favorable, what is the remedy for Shani Dev? Spend time with your elders, respect them. Also, help those who are laborers, the working class, the ones Shani nominates. Help the oppressed sections. I always say, help the people who do the cleaning work for us, help their children, see how much Saturn will favor you. If there is an elderly person, help them. Go to an old age home and see how much your Saturn improves. I always say, it really bothers me when we negotiate with a cycle rickshaw puller. Why not help them? They work so hard, sweating it out. What's the harm in giving them rupees extra? We spend thousands of times more on expensive brands, so do this, your body will be healthy. Respect your father, your son will be fine. Respect your mother, worship her, your Mars will be fine. With your brother.
So, in this way,
Just worship Lord Hanuman and everything will be fine. Lord Shiva, Ashutosh, will take care of everything.
recite the Sundarkand, read the Hanuman Chalisa and see the results.
The best soul is the one that is your root, Your own deity never leave that, the one who created this universe. Now, let's talk about universe calling. What is this calling of the universe? The truth of the universe is our God, our Ishwar, our Allah, our Vaheguru, whatever you call him. All religions are beautiful, and all religions give a beautiful message, which is to live your life in a good way and work for the welfare of humanity. This is what they all teach. The rest of the things that come on top of this are often amended for selfish reasons. The real meaning of religion is to serve humanity and to walk the right path to become a good human being. This is the essence of all religions. Respect all religions and always remain devoted to your own faith. This is the main mantra.
Yes, you have answered this question in great detail, and I really like the way you explained the importance of so many things in such an elaborate form. You also provided solutions to many things, and these solutions are right in front of us in our daily life, but
We don't actually see them. I really feel that our youth, okay, let's call them Generation Z or whatever, I mean the young people among us. And the interesting thing is, look, we were also young ones, but I have a lot of respect for and give a lot of credit to today's youth. Because, firstly, they are not at all interested in pretending for the world. If they like something, they'll say it to your face, even if it hurts you. That's a good thing, right? You know how to do it, say whatever you want. We have done it, our fathers and grandfathers have seen everything, and in some situations, those who don't want to do something are clear about it, and what are they doing? In life, and this is a very good thing, because there won't be any confusion or wondering. Secondly, what we didn't have, they have technology. They are hardworking, but I just feel that they should understand that for some things, you have to give time, you have to invest in them, which unfortunately they don't.
they just don't do it, and as a result, as I said,
Like the ATM culture, just withdraw here and there, that's not how it works. In many things, you have to give time, you have to be patient. Otherwise, everything is great, no issues at all. And this horoscope, Linda Goodman, kids, just take it in the right way, take it positively. Horoscope, astrology, these sciences will definitely help you so much that they'll make you successful and also a better person. So, it's up to us how much we want to take from it, that's you. And this too.
astrology teaches you, okay? Now, what's the difference between Vedic astrology, Western astrology, and Indian astrology? These days, we are seeing that a lot of youth are also getting attracted towards Western astrology. Let's talk a bit about that.
Sir, please tell us the difference. See, if I speak in local language, like today's kids do, then this is the Bap of all, the Father. Now you tell me, which is the oldest civilization? Our Hindu civilization, right? The one that originated from Sindh, the Indus Valley civilization. The entire civilization has been found underneath. People say that the bridge built by Lord Ram, they call it Adam's Bridge. Now tell me, someone who doesn't even know how to wear clothes, could he have built something so grand? Fortunately, research has started on our things. The government, whether it's Ayurveda or yoga, is researching all these. When research happens, everything will come out. Our civilization is the oldest, and the Vedas are considered from the mouth of God, that's why we call them God. What's not in the Vedas, you won't find anywhere else. Right? Everything in life, whether it's related to science or the way of living, whatever it is, everything is there in the Vedas. So, the Vedas never perish. Our civilization is the oldest, and this Vedic astrology, as I mentioned, has many branches. Within it, numerology is also included, and face reading is also a part of it. All these things are there so that they can act as a guide in your life to show you the path, to give you guidance. Because in life, not everything is always happy. Unfortunately, even when good times come, we spoil them by worrying about bad times. So, during times of struggle, you need guidance. Or when you feel exhausted and think that all the paths are closed, not a single door is open at such times, Vedic astrology shows you that door where there is a ray of hope. What we call a ray of hope. She shows it.
She shows it.
They tell you, no, it's not time to get up. Stand up.
Stand up.
All right, there are many ways. So, the Vedic one is the oldest. Now see, you know that science is only about 150, 170, 150, 170 years old. Maximum 200 years. Let's assume that. Alright, 5000 years ago we already had our Mahabharat, right? And in that Mahabharat, how advanced our science was.
Yes.
Now see, at that time, the atom bomb we talk about today, those Agniban and Brahmastra and all, we used to carry those without any logic.
Illogically.
And these big things, which I have mentioned many times before, but still, since the topic has come up today, I want to say again now, the Gandiva bow.
Arjun.
So, there was the Gandiva bow, or the Vijay bow, which belonged to Karna. Or the bows of Bhishma Pitama and Dronacharya, only those could launch the Brahmastra. Why? Because they were launcher pads.
Right, right.
And the mantras they used to chant, those were actually giving commands to the weapon. And the difference is that today, we don't have such commands. If we use it, it means destruction over several kilometers.
Right.
They had so much power that they could cause limited destruction with that Brahmastra. If they wanted, they could have destroyed the entire world, isn't it? So, if you look at the science of architecture from that time, right, it was so extraordinary that when Duryodhan comes to Indraprasth, where he thought there was water, there was none. Where he thought it was a solid surface, there was actually water. So just see how incredible the architecture was in those times, and even today, if you go to the old temples in the south, because in the north, a lot was destroyed, but in the south, the temples that still stand, just look at their infrastructure there.
Architecture.
Their architecture, their science of construction. Just imagine how magnificent it must have been. So, India is the oldest civilization, and Vedic astrology is its foundation, you know. Because, see, astronomy is a part of astrology.
Obviously.
Everything we have is scientific, the way we've divided the entire solar system in the sky into 360 degrees and then further divided it into 12 parts. If you sketch all the planets within those divisions, you get the zodiac signs. There are 27 constellations, and based on them, the zodiac signs are determined. When a planet moves and its rays fall on us, you behave accordingly, everything happens as per that. And every planet contains many gases and minerals. Alright, even NASA has now said that the rays of Jupiter affect both the inert and the conscious by 17%. Now, if you take away the rays of the sun, there is no life at all.
There isn't.
Right? So, the Panchang is made based on the sun. Tides occur because of the moon. So, the rays of the planets.
Right.
Okay, they have their own speed.
Right.
That's the whole game of astrology.
Right.
The thought process in Western countries definitely runs according to the sun. We, on the other hand, go by the moon. Our zodiac sign is determined by the moon. Theirs is determined by the sun. But our science is very vast, and there is still a lot of research needed.
Definitely, it is needed.
So, you see, the Western concept is based on the sun. Ours is based on the moon.
Okay.
When it comes to zodiac signs. And we have many divisional charts. After that, we can tell a lot more. So, I would just say that wherever you look at Vedic astrology, you should determine the zodiac signs based on the moon. For that, you will need to look at the horoscope, and for that, you need to know the moon sign. So the basic difference is that one is based on the sun when it comes to zodiac signs, and the other is based on the moon. And it is a very ancient science, and it will still take them quite some time to do research on it, and somewhere or the other, it has to be transferred from here.
In the previous answer, you said a line that if you have control over your tongue, then everything will be right for you. I will give a recent example of that. You all know Ranveer Allahabadia, one of the biggest podcasters. One episode changed his entire life.
It completely ruined his image. His image was ruined. Even though, if all of us have watched his shows.
Yes.
Alright, but look, what is this? This is what our speech is, right? It is represented by the second house in the horoscope.
Right.
And the main planet for this is Mercury. Now, if Mercury is influenced by Rahu, right? And if Mercury is sitting with malefic planets, right? And if there is no aspect of a good planet on it, then you tend to make such mistakes. How many people have you seen who start abusing every 2 minutes? Their Mercury is afflicted.
Oh no. Okay.
Everything is connected with the planets.
Right.
Anything at all. All those who are in the judiciary, all the learned people, right? All those who are connected with legal activities, all our good teachers are gurus.
Education field.
All of them are connected to Jupiter. If you want to enter politics, your sun must be strong. Isn't it? If you want to become a good businessman, your Mercury must be strong. If you want to go into the art field, live a luxurious life, do modeling, write well, act in films, or open hotels, basically, all kinds of luxury. There is only one planet that has taken charge of all this, Venus. If you want to become a super scientist,
Okay.
alright, and people think Rahu is very bad, but let me tell you research science. In deep space, like we'll talk about, after 2025, I'll tell you, you see, without Rahu it's just not possible. Until your thought process starts working, you simply can't become a scientist. Good scientists, they'll definitely have a blend of Rahu and Shani.
Right.
Chandra, the moon. Your philosophy, your imagination. All the good writers, good poets, they'll definitely have a blend of Chandra and Shukra.
Right.
So, every planet has its own qualities and nature, and in your crossover, what represents you is your first house, fifth house, and ninth house. This is what forms the main trine. It's called the mole tricon.
Right.
So, whichever planets are placed wherever, accordingly, those qualities and characteristics come into you.
Right.
And in the same way as their major periods, Mahadashas, come in your life, you will react accordingly.
The coming time for India. From 2025 onwards, we have seen that from 2020 to 2024, which you can call the post-pandemic period, it was a phase for India where everything was moving in a good, positive direction. But the beginning of 2025 has been quite struggling, especially in the last 2 or 3 months. So, what will the coming time be like for India regarding that?
Earlier, I had a program on a TV channel.
Okay.
So normally, there have been some predictions that turned out to be successful. Like the one about the Rajasthan CM, Arvind Kejriwal's defeat and BJP coming to power in Delhi, Trump's election victory, and many more predictions. All of these you can find on my channel. I have said them on TV shows.
Right.
So, you might find it a bit strange to hear that almost 5 to 7 days before New Year, all the TV channels invite me to talk about how the new year will be.
How will 2025 be?
So, on that, I literally said that this 2025 is going to be a very special year, and from here, a new phase of change is about to begin.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it's not good for our world. Now, why is that? Now, understand this, nothing can happen here without logic and without planetary positions, right? So, they try to find that out. See, normally, every planet has a fixed time to move from one zodiac sign to another.
Okay.
Like, let me tell you, the moon changes from one sign to another in about 2.5 days.
Okay.
It's the fastest planet.
Okay.
That's why we consider the moon, the lunar sign, to be the most important.
Yeah.
The sun, on the other hand, changes its sign in a month. Similarly, Mars changes its sign in about 45 to 50 days.
50 days.
Venus or Mercury, their time period is roughly the same, from about a month to around 50 days.
Around 50 days. Right.
Now after that, the planet with the longest duration. After these comes Brihaspati, that is Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Jupiter almost takes a year to move from one sign to another sign. And Rahu, Ketu, visually, they are not actually planets. With the naked eye, they are basically the shadow of the sun and the shadow of the moon.
Right. Right.
So, like, if all the planets are moving clockwise, they move anti-clockwise.
They move in the opposite direction.
And their exact degree of axis is just like you and I are sitting face to face.
Okay.
That's exactly how they move.
Oh.
So, in this way, those nodes move in the reverse direction.
Right. Right.
They take 18 months.
18 months.
18 months.
Wait.
And after that, there is a planet whose name itself is written as temple in the scriptures. Temple means the one which moves slowly, so the reason for its name was Shanah Chara.
Okay.
In Sanskrit,
Okay.
Shani Chara means the one that expands slowly.
Okay. Okay.
Shani Chara is Shanishchara.
Okay. Okay.
If you say it quickly, it becomes Shanishchara. Isn't it? So basically, Shani Chara, the planet that moves the slowest, is Shani.
Okay.
It moves from one zodiac sign to another in 2.5 years. Normally, Jupiter changes in 1 year.
Right.
So, based on that, you can make predictions. So this time, what's happening is that on either 29th March or 30th March, Shani Dev is changing signs and he was in his own sign for 5 years. First, he was in Capricorn, then in Aquarius, and now he is moving to Pisces, which is Jupiter's sign.
Okay.
So this is a very big change. Exactly on 14th May, Jupiter is also changing signs, moving from Taurus to Gemini, that is, from Venus' sign to Mercury's sign. The story doesn't end here because on the 21st of May, again, a very big change is happening. Rahu and Ketu are also changing signs.
Everything is happening together in the same year.
Within 1.5 months.
1.5. Short time.
In April, if something changes at the end of March.
On 24th May it changed. Then on 21st May, both Rahu and Ketu are changing. Now, 4 planets are changing together. What could be bigger than this? These 4 are the longest staying planets. The rest are planets that stay for just a month each.
They keep changing all the time.
In terms of duration, right?
But one more thing happening here is that Mars, which usually changes in 40 to 50 days at most, has been sitting in the same place for the last 7 or 8 months. Earlier, it was in Cancer sign. Cancer sign means there are 3 states of the zodiac signs. There is one own sign, one is exalted which is called Uch, and then there is their weakest position which we call Neech or debilitated sign. So Mars is currently in its debilitated sign. It has been there for a long time. So when this new year came, Mars was in its debilitated sign. After that, it was in Cancer, in Karka Rashi. Then it went into Gemini for a few days and will come back to Cancer again. Finally, to go into Leo either on the 5th or the 9th of May, it is going to change in June. So this Mars, you see, is debilitated and it will also come face to face with Saturn. After 30th July, it will be fine till September, so it will remain opposite Saturn when Ketu is in transit, and at the beginning, when all this was happening, at that time I had given this prediction on TV that Mars is an Angarak planet, it is fire, it is fiery. So I had said that there would be forest fires, and just 5 days after that, there was a fire in California. It was such a massive fire. Even in our India, there were forest fires in Uttarakhand. If you remember, after that time, there was a huge container on the Jaipur highway here, which had gas cylinders, and it exploded. There was fire for a whole kilometer. 2 planes, right? They turned into fireballs and crashed at that same time, so there were a lot of fires during that period. And even now, I'm telling you, this planetary position change that's happening, it's not good for the world. Now, what all can happen because of this? There will be geopolitical changes. Just see, Trump was elected at this very time. Right after he came, just look at where gold is now.
They're imposing tariff after tariff everywhere.
Alright, so now what all is going to happen? One thing is, I had given a prediction and I'm telling you this so you can also go and check there. I had said that there would be earthquakes. There was an earthquake in Tibet. After that, there was another earthquake and this will continue. Earthquakes happen during this time because Jupiter, from a certain point until 5th December, usually changes in a year as I had mentioned. This time, it will happen in advance. Meaning, leaving its own sign, it will move from Gemini to Cancer. There will be a period of 45 days, which is called Atichari, after which it will return. So, within 1 year, Jupiter will be in 3 signs at the same time, Taurus. Currently, it is in Taurus. On the 14th, it will move to Gemini. From 18th October to 5th December, it will go into Cancer, which is its exalted sign. It becomes exalted there, right? After that, it will move back, and then after 8th June, it will go into Cancer again. So, when Jupiter is a benefic planet, if it becomes Atichari, in the coming 16 years, it will mostly remain in advanced motion. So, if Jupiter is Atichari, it increases religious fervor, it increases religious extremism. Alright, and it also connects people to religion. Like, just look at the Kumbh Mela, so many people are going there, right? So, the consciousness of religion also expands. In many places, it also increases religious fervor. So now what will happen is, firstly, there will be financial instability. The share market, globally, will keep going up and down, up and down. Gold will become expensive because gold is the metal of Jupiter. Apart from that, nature is going to become very, very aggressive. Like, there will be earthquakes, volcano eruptions, and forest fires. Along with that, there are also strong chances of tsunamis. So, nature is angry. So, you know how these days the climate is in a very bad state, with climate control and all related issues going on. The coming 16 years, during which Jupiter will be in an extreme position. You can consider this as a sign of a major era-changing event. There are going to be water problems. In Sanskrit, Jupiter is called Jeev, so you can assume that crops will be destroyed. There will be floods in many places. Just yesterday, I was seeing that in California, there has been such heavy rainfall that water has flooded the area. Earlier, you saw how nature was. First there were wildfires, and now they are facing floods there. So these ups and downs will happen in nature as well, and the same will be true for global events too. A third major economy is also about to rise, and there are very high chances that it will be India itself. A very popular leader is also going to be assassinated in the coming times. Apart from that, in world politics, you will see the rise of a major female leader. A new face will emerge. In fact, you will see many women leaders coming to the forefront. Because such a condition of Venus is forming. Now, not everything is bad. There are good things as well.
Tell us the good things.
The upcoming transit of Rahu and Ketu will take us far ahead in technology. Like a much more advanced form of AI, a much more advanced form of robots. We are about to get a very life-saving, a very good medicine because of which millions of people are dying. That good medicine is about to be discovered. We will get to see flying cars. We are about to bring about a major revolution in deep space. So, related to technology, related to robots, and in the field of medicine, we will get to see many good things coming from research and studies.
But apart from this, so many bad things will also keep happening.
Yes, but see, now for individuals, there will also be good things according to each zodiac sign. But if I tell you on the largest scale, if we talk worldwide, then definitely. Apart from this, 4 eclipses are also going to occur. Thankfully, none of the eclipses will be visible in India. So that's why most of the eclipses will be visible in some parts of America, in Australia, so they will cause more destruction there. Now, a volcano eruption is not going to happen in India. It's not going to happen. But see, today the world is so globally connected that whatever happens anywhere, its direct impact will be felt by us. Alright, if you look at China's horoscope, I feel that China is going to become a superpower in the coming times. In India, the planetary periods are changing in the next 2 months. Mars is entering India's horoscope for 8 years, and Mars is not in a very favorable position. For Hindustan, as they say, Mars brings turmoil. So, at this time, we are sitting at such a crossroads in the world. The year 2025 is such a time where the beginning of entering a war zone will start. It's not like a world war will break out all of a sudden, but you can already see what's happening.
A tariff war is already going on.
It is happening, and it will continue like this. And the way the current government has come in the US as well, you will see a lot of protests. For the first time, you will see major changes inside the US. The situation of Europe and the US is not very good. India, along with the Arab countries, will be seen working together much more, and you will see this for a long time.
Right, right.
So, a lot of things are going to change. In the film world too, some major changes and some surprising things will come to light. Some big celebrities, things will come out about them that shouldn't. There will be a lot of scams.
Okay,
There will be many financial scams.
okay.
That's why you see the common man. These days, with the way AI has come, there will be a lot of benefits from AI. But there are drawbacks too. This is what happens with technology. It always happens. But I would say that this is just the first half. This is still okay. In the second half, when things start to change a bit, especially during the July to August period, Mars and Saturn will be in opposition. At that time, there will be political instability worldwide and also in India. Alright, thank God that our Prime Minister, Modi ji, has a very sound horoscope. Whether it's Modi ji or anyone else, at this time, any Prime Minister of India should have a strong horoscope. And the person who is supposed to play a crucial role in geopolitics or world politics, that is Modi ji. Because of this, the way he was respected in America during his visit, we can say that we are safe.
Yeah.
Because we needed a leader who is recognized outside India, someone who commands respect. Right, and since we are the most populous country in the world, the productivity is with us.
We have it.
No doubt, India is going to grow a lot in the coming times. But yes, this is a bit of a sensitive time. I can say this much, that after 8 years from now, when the Mars period ends and the Mercury period begins, which is going to be our next period. In that time, we are definitely going to move towards great success and India is going to become the world's biggest power. That's for sure.
Okay,
Thankfully, Modi ji's time is also going to be very good till 2028. Since it's the Mars period, we are in safe hands. We are in safe hands and in the coming times, India will rise a lot. I feel that, like China is in production, we may not be able to reach that level. But I feel that even in terms of production level, our growth is going to happen.
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Tell us about some real life case histories. Tell us about some celebrities' horoscopes where you made predictions that turned out to be true. As per your.
See, I won't reveal any names. I've made many such predictions.
Okay,
I've made predictions for heroines' times.
okay,
And it was also told that after this film, her mother came to meet me.
okay,
Some of her relatives used to live in Delhi. At that time, Amma used to live in civil lines, so I met her mother at her uncle's place and I told her, look, she wanted that her daughter, who was having an affair with a very big industrialist, shouldn't get married there because she had already been married once. So I told her that your daughter's next film is going to be her freshest hit. After that, her career will go downhill and she will marry the same person. And you should also take care of your health because there are chances you might have a road accident. Then she had a road accident outside of India. She also passed away and she did marry him. And after that, there were quite a lot of rumors as well that things were not going well between the two of them. But she was a very good person. She was really nice. Shall I tell you how planets change? I won't take any names, but you will recognize them. I can take the name because they are very close to me. He is like my younger brother, but I won't take the name because it's not in our ethics. But a very big cricketer who has played in our Indian leagues like Ranji and all, and has also played in the Union team and is a very good player in the Test team as well. Despite playing so well in Ranji, the chief selector rejected him. You see, it's the hard work of the whole family. You have to give 25 years of your life from morning till night. And you see, politics happens here in India as well. So when you perform so well, like in Ranji, you have scored so many centuries. In a single season, you have scored 2 double centuries and you have made so many runs that after that, your selection is obvious. Even after all that, you are told, no, I won't take you. Your statement in the team was bad for me. So at that time, we were in a really bad state, like, what will happen? What should I do?
So a person breaks down.
So yes, I was broken and I just said, mate, did the chief selector take away your luck or something? You love cricket, right? So you'll live with cricket itself. Don't worry, you'll get fame, you'll get success, you'll get popularity, and you'll get money too. Alright, at the same time he is running in Venu's Mahadsha and Seth Sati. So I said, you'll just have to leave Delhi.
Okay.
And you know, all this fame and all, what comes on social media, TV and all that, it's all the same. So I told him, do cricket commentary. And I even specifically said that you will do Hindi commentary.
Not in English.
So he laughed and said, Bhaiya, I even write in English. I don't even know Hindi because he used to write a column in a newspaper and that too in English. So I said, no, you will do commentary in Hindi. One very fine day, he'll become a big commentator. Today, he's a very big commentator.
So this prediction of yours actually came true.
There have been many like this. I can tell you more. I remember very clearly, this is something from 20 years ago that I saw a horoscope. Many times it happens that people test you. Alright, so I had a friend and I had also told you that I practiced astrology as a service for 30 years. I never ever charged anything, not a single penny, so he took me to meet someone and he was the Home Minister of Rajasthan. At one time, he was sitting in front of me, the whole court was assembled and he had been made an MP and at that time, the Chief Minister of Rajasthan was our Vice President. So as I was leaving, he asked me, tell me, I have become an MP, but when will I become a minister? No horoscope was shown, nothing at all. So at that time, you see, sometimes what happens is you just say something. There were 40 people, even big ministers, sitting there. When you become an MP, all your local MLAs come to meet you, right?
Right.
So I just blurted out, you will become a minister. In the coming 55 days, you will become a minister. So everyone started laughing loudly, and I wondered why that was. Why is everyone laughing? So they said, like now, there isn't even any Lok Sabha session.
How will it happen?
How will you become one, my dear brother? You are just joking. Then he asked, am I married? How many children do I have? Actually, he wasn't married, but using a bit of face reading I picked up from my guru, I said, you do have children. So then he said, let's sit separately and talk. He said, you just say things publicly, yaar. So I said, if you ask me publicly, then I have to answer publicly as well. Then he told me that he had an affair, he had a child, and exactly 60 days later, maybe 50 or 55 days later, he called me. He kept searching for me through my friend, asking, where is he, yaar? I need to meet him too. He said, I have something very important to discuss. So can you believe a special today session was organized?
A session was arranged.
It was a Lok Sabha session, and from that, two ministers were appointed. One of them was him. He was made the Minister of Social Justice, and Phulan Devi's bungalow was allotted to him. So after asking around, he called me and said, "You were right. That's right, everything you said is correct." Then, from my grandfather's time, because during the time of Sukhadia ji in Rajasthan, my grandfather had performed his daughter's Kanyadan. So, we also come from a very reputed family. That connection also came up. So you see, in astrology, in so many predictions, I had people I knew at every step. So, no one was in politics. He was into real estate work, so he was showing me letters saying, "Yaar, the market is really down." So I told him, "No, brother, you are not made for this. You should come into politics. You should actually become a minister." So he started laughing. He said, "Yaar, I have nothing to do with it, not even remotely." And later he went on to become a three-time MLA from Rajasthan and also became the industries minister. Apart from that, even in UP, I believe there are many people in the political field who have gone very far in life, and they were all very normal people. There have even been professors, teachers as well. They too have gone very far ahead. I remember once, in an IT company, I saw a horoscope. It was a female chart, so I asked, "What is she doing here?" She should actually be in the film industry, and today she is one of India's top heroines. She is a very good actress. There are a lot, but it will become too obvious. But I feel there are some charts from which we can learn something. That's exactly what I was about to ask. Sir, please tell us something about that. So today I'll quickly share two or three, since we don't have much time. Right. One is our Modi ji, who is our PM. Right. His horoscope is a source of inspiration for anyone. Because, you see, Rajogas do bear fruit. People often ask, what is Rajoga in your horoscope and what exactly are Rajogas? So I'll tell you, they are 100% real. If you look at Modi ji's horoscope, it's a Scorpio ascendant chart and it forms a Ruchak Yoga. Now, what is Ruchak Yoga? What exactly is Ruchak Yoga? We have 9 planets, but there are only 5 planets that have the power to produce the Pach Mahapurush Yogas. Okay, if Mars is in the Kondra, central house, is in its own sign, or is exalted, then a yoga is formed which we call Ruchak Yoga. It is present in their ascendant because the power of Ruchak Yoga, and it is said that if even one of the Pach Mahapurush Yogas is formed in a person's horoscope, that person becomes extremely distinguished. So, this is the power to produce it. If Mars is in this condition, then it will form Ruchak Yoga. If Jupiter is in the same condition, it will form Hansa Yoga, and if Venus is there, it will form Malavya Yoga. If Saturn is there, it will form Shasha Yoga, and if Mercury is there, it will form Bhadra Yoga. The rest are Sun, Moon, Rahu, and Ketu. They do not have this power. They do not have any power, sir. They do have power, but only these form the Pach Mahapurush Yogas. Alright, along with that, look at how successful a speaker Modi ji is, how wonderfully he speaks. He can win an entire election with just one dialogue. Alright, he had said Apda in Delhi. Yes. See how much that Apda has affected you. So these spontaneous things that come up, they form a yoga. When Mercury is with the Sun within close degrees, this yoga is formed. Surya Budhaditya Yoga. Okay. Aditya refers to the Sun and both refers to Mercury. So when they are in combination, they are in the 11th house. That's why, whatever they have to say, have you ever noticed, they don't read and speak. They don't have a script with them. You can call them for 2 hours. No script at all because they have done so much penance. They can speak anything spontaneously. Then if the moon and the moon are sitting together at any 1 degree from Jupiter or are in the center, then a yoga called Gaskesri is formed. What is called Gaz? To the elephant. To the elephant. The lion is called Kesri. Okay. So if the strength of an elephant and the fierceness of a lion come together, what can stand in their way? So, The Skisri Yoga is also present in their horoscope. There are so many Ghan Yogas in their horoscope. I am telling you the main ones. Shashibham, Shashi refers to the moon and Bham refers to Mars. Okay, he is the son of the earth, right? Tuesday, now Mangalvar, was earlier Ghomvar. Old horoscopes show Pandits wrote Ghomvar Shri Utpanna. Right. Isn't it? So Ghom, since he is the son of the earth, has a climate like the earth. Ghom means earth's sun. Right. It's red, you find red soil there. Millions of years ago, it was submerged. We called Himashu as Himashu. Brother, it's a ball of ice. Now, deep inside it, ice has been found. So, our knowledge is very ancient. Sitting at Jantar Mantar, we used to have our observatories. Here, we used to calculate the planets without any Hubble telescope. And the almanacs that were made by us, how accurate they are even today. Yes, they tally, don't they? So basically, their Shashi, Moon, and Mars are very friendly. When these come together, a great power emerges. Firstly, they have leadership qualities and a thoroughness in whatever they do. Their Jupiter is worth seeing, forming a very auspicious combination in the horoscope. So there are numerous Rajogas, and as soon as the major periods began, the first thing was that he became the chief minister of Gujarat. Yes. Alright, so as soon as the major periods started, okay, the Rahu Mahatsha ended. After progressing during the Rahu Mahatsha, now these days he is going through the Mahatsha of Mars. Before this, he was in the period of Rahu. Okay, alright, so basically, if you look at it, in 2001 he became the CM, then in 2014 he became the PM. He became PM within 7.5 years, then for the second time in 2019 he became PM again. Alright, that's when the Mars period started. Yes, right now, till 2028, he is in the Mars period and Mars is forming the Rushka Yoga. How powerful is that? Yes. He is involved in Shashibhoma Yoga. So in my opinion, till 2028, no matter what happens, alright, no one can shake him. And Mars, Jupiter, Moon, all of them teach us that without struggle, you cannot succeed in life. So, there is no shortcut to success. There is one main mantra for success, and that is struggle, and wholeheartedly accept all the struggles that come your way, absorb them into your life, and enjoy them. You will definitely be successful. The planets are ready to give you everything. You just need to go and receive it. It's a simple thing, we just need to know their directions and see. That's what astrology is all about. By looking at your horoscope, we tell you which direction you should take. Your horoscope works to unite your mind, body and soul. Yes. Alright, and if all three are aligned, then you will be successful. Your focus is scattered. You were supposed to go this way, but you are heading that way, so someone should tell you, brother, this is not your path. You need to go this way. This is exactly what we do. What else do we do? And when you are given the right direction and all those things are explained to you, you will succeed because the potential is already within you. Right. So the flow of your energy should be channeled in the right direction. Right. You should be taken from negativity towards positivity. This is the work that a good astro coach does.
In today's episode, I would say that the perspective we had about astrology, the one we've been hearing and experiencing for years, you have completely changed that perspective in this 1.25 hour episode, and have explained exactly that without your hard work and without your focus, even astrology might not be able to bring results for you. But in astrology, you will get an actual pathway. You can say, you will get real guidance through which your focus and your hard work will yield proper results. So thank you Girish ji for presenting this perspective to our audience. And specifically, I would say that the way you have answered every question in such detail, there are very few who explain each and everything so minutely. For that, thank you very much.
Even 7 lifetimes are insufficient to learn astrology.
Yes.
So this is just the beginning.
Yes.
We have many such episodes coming up where we will also talk about remedies. There, we will discuss exactly how to identify in an individual's chart when that particular time is coming for them.
Right.
Many times, your horoscope is not correct. For example, let me tell you, I personally feel that Amit ji's horoscope is not correct. If he had been born 5 minutes earlier, his entire horoscope would have changed which actually matches with him. Most of his planets are in the 8th house, so it doesn't fit that accurately. So, in many horoscopes, corrections are also needed. So, it's very detailed. I would just like to say this right now, through your episode, to all your listeners and audience, that astrology is there to bring happiness into your life. Astrology is there to make you happy. Astrology is there to give you growth, to remove your roadblocks. So do believe in astrology. But first, understand it. Only when you truly understand something and then believe in it, will it definitely lead you towards success. And astrology is not superstition. Astrology is there to bring happiness into your life, but only if your selection of astrology is right.
It should be the right one.
It should be the right one. And don't be afraid. Now, don't believe in astrology at all if you don't want to. But if you do want to believe, then you should take its guidance.
100%.
This is the only message I want to give to our youth. And if anyone gets the true meaning of astrology from our episode, then I will feel that the purpose of speaking on today's topic has been fulfilled.
In today's episode, I would say that we really ran short of time. I would like to request you right now, and we will do 3 such episodes from an elaborate point of view, where we will discuss a particular point in focus. Like you mentioned about remedies, we will create an episode focusing on remedies, where you will elaborate on each zodiac sign and explain in detail which remedies work for them and how they deliver results.
Alright, let me tell you that our next episode will be on remedies, and the main thing about remedies is that if you do something with complete faith and belief, then as our scriptures say, even the pain of the gallows can be eased. This means that the event will still happen, but the harm it was supposed to cause will just brush past you without affecting you much. So these remedies definitely work, and our next episode will surely be on this topic. It will be based on this very subject.
Thank you, sir.
May your life be filled with happiness. May you progress in life, stay happy, and enjoy your life. We will conclude today's episode here and will meet you again very soon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank.